1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Meeting of the National Coordination Committee was underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister in the chair. It took an overview of the situation concerning corona pandemic. Medical supplies for protection against coronavirus have reached Pakistan from China. Special Assistant on Social Protection has assured that government would provide ration to deserving people amid coronavirus outbreak across the country. Interior Ministry has issued directions for international NGOs wishing to work with government to contain COVID-19. A meeting chaired by Foreign Minister in Islamabad today reviewed possibilities to bring back Pakistanis waiting to return to their homeland in foreign countries. In occupied Kashmir, Hurriyat organizations have demanded immediate release of all illegally detained Kashmiris in the wake of fast-spreading coronavirus pandemic. And now the news in detail. A meeting of the National Coordination Committee was held in Islamabad with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. The meeting took an overview of the situation arising out of coronavirus and measures to cope with it. The participants gave a practical demonstration of the precautionary measures to avoid coronavirus by observing social distance in their seating arrangement. Second plane carrying medical supplies from China has arrived in Karachi. According to a spokesperson for National Disaster Management Authority, the second consignment from Alibaba and Jack Ma Foundation carries around 50,000 testing kits. Another consignment of medical supplies from Iron Friend China has arrived at Khunjarat Pass. According to Chinese embassy in Pakistan, 2 tons of supplies worth 67 million rupees, including face masks, test kits, ventilators, and personal protection equipment, have arrived. Xinjiang had also donated 100,000 masks to Pakistan earlier this month. Earlier, Pakistan also received assistance in the form of medical equipment carrying 450,000 face masks, including 50,000 N95 masks. Special Assistant on National Health Services Dr. Zafar Mirza says the government is taking all possible steps at a fast pace to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country. In a statement, he said a team of 8 Mirza said the government will fully benefit from the experiences of the Chinese doctors. Special Assistant on Social Protection and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Sania Nishtar says the government will provide ration to deserving people amid coronavirus outbreak across the country. Speaking in a program of Radio Pakistan today, she said in case of any difficulty like shortage of food, people can call Radio Pakistan's phone numbers 051-921-5206 during the show daily from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The special assistant said people can also send their particulars including name, CNIC number, and city name via SMS at 4471. She said a mobile phone message service will be launched next week under SR's program to provide financial assistance to the poor people. Ministry of Interior has issued directions for international non-government organizations wishing to work with government in this situation arising out of coronavirus pandemic. According to the directions of the INGOs will have to identify their action plan and target areas. Due to emergency situation, they will not be required to submit NOC for a period of 6 months. All such organizations will work with national and provincial disaster management authorities. The direction says that only such organizations are allowed to work on their plans that have signed agreement with government. The organizations will have to submit completion reports to institutions concerned within 15 days. The government will also allow those plans of actions that fall under the stipulated 8 categories, and no new category will be added. A meeting chaired by the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in Islamabad today reviewed possibilities to bring back Pakistanis waiting to return to their homeland in the foreign countries. Speaking on the occasion, the foreign minister said flight operations in many countries are currently suspended due to lockdown caused by coronavirus pandemic. He said our capacities to deal with the coronavirus outbreak are improving, but at the same time, the number of coronavirus patients is also increasing. He said we will have to continuously monitor this situation. Special Assistant on National Health Services Dr. Zafar Mirza also briefed the meeting about spread of coronavirus pandemic in Pakistan and the risk assessment. The total number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the country have reached 1,252. According to the latest statistics, these include 440 cases in Sindh, 414 in Punjab, 131 in Balochistan, 147 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 91 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 27 in Islamabad, and 2 cases in Azad Kashmir. 23 coronavirus patients have recovered so far, while 9 died of the disease. 7 patients are also in critical condition. Facilitate the consumers. Talking to media after the meeting, Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashikavan said the Prime Minister directed Minister of Energy to chalk out a comprehensive mechanism for bringing out institutional reforms in the gas sector. She said the industrial sector will be supplied gas through LNG and other sources. The Prime Minister also emphasized on work on alternative means and methods for ensuring uninterrupted supply of gas to people in the rural areas. Planning Minister Asad Umar has directed for timely completion of the process of reforms in the energy market. Chairing a meeting of Cabinet Committee on Energy in Islamabad today, he said all stakeholders, including industry, should be consulted for formation of new competitive market system. The committee directed NEPRA to take steps to maintain transparency in reporting of circular debt. The meeting was informed that demand for petrol was reduced by over 40% due to coronavirus, while demand for high-speed diesel also decreased by over 50%. In occupied Kashmir, the Hurriyat organizations and the High Court Bar Association have demanded immediate release of all illegally detained Kashmiris lodged in different jails in wake of the fast-spreading coronavirus pandemic. According to the Kashmir Media Service, the Jammu Kashmir Muslim League acting chairman Farooq Ahmad Tawhidi, in a statement in Srinagar, said, at a time when coronavirus has affected several countries, causing killings of thousands of people across the world, the family members of the Kashmiri detainees are worried about their dear ones languishing in Indian jails. President of the Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Bandar Hajjar, has emphasized that the multilateral development banks should come forward in coordinating global efforts to combat the economic effects of the corona pandemic and to reduce its humanitarian and economic impacts. In a statement in Jeddah, he said the development banks have moved rapidly since the outbreak of the epidemic to coordinate their response to the challenges arising out from the spread of the epidemic. Coronavirus has infected more than 530,000 people across the world, and almost 24,000 deaths have been reported so far, while lockdown has confined over 3 billion people indoors. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced today that he is self-isolating himself after being diagnosed for COVID-19. In a tweet, he said over the last 24 hours he developed mild symptoms and got tested positive for coronavirus. The Afghan government has constituted a 21-member team, including 5 women, for negotiations with the Taliban, to include 5 women for negotiations with Taliban to push forward peace deal signed between the United States and Taliban aimed at ending 18-years-old conflict in the country. The negotiating team will be led by former Afghan intelligence chief Masoom Stankizei. And finally, the weather. Intermittent rain thunderstorm is expected in Islamabad, Upper Central Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And for the live video streaming of our bulletins, visit the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.